How many times do I have to say that I am not a drama channel?
Not a drama channel? Not at all? Hello, my children. Welcome back to the cult. I'm glad you haven't left yet. I told you those cookies would keep them coming back, Diane.
Made with love.
She is such a sweetheart. God bless her soul. The last month, I wasn't doing so great. You could probably tell by the quality of the videos. Quality content. But good news, my supply of cocaine has arrived and... woo! We're doing pretty good now. That's a joke. I don't do drugs. So there's this guy on YouTube called the Rewired Soul. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but this last year his channel has blown up pretty well. He makes videos about teaching and guiding people about mental health, addictions, disorders, etc., etc. He even has a slogan
where we talk about the problem, but focus on the solution.
Slogans are fun. We need a slogan, guys. Overall, it's a great concept, a channel dedicated to bringing light and knowledge to mental health problems. And as some of you know, I have a special place in my heart for mental health awareness. It could just be the stress and anxiety slowly killing my heart, but there's still a special place for it. On the surface, the Rewired Soul, or Chris, seems to be a good channel doing some great things for the community and mental health awareness, and he's got a good chunk of supporters. But the more I saw of Chris, the more I started to see a lot of problems and questionable things rise up, and I'm starting to question if he's really a mental health activist or just some guy trying to make a quick buck.
I don't care about the children. I just care about their parents' money.
Yeah.
So I started to see Chris's videos in my recommended feed early last year, and the first videos I watched, I really liked them. How he makes his videos is he pulls a topic or problem from the YouTuber community, and he puts a psychologist spin on it to teach his viewers a lesson, whether it be dealing with an enabler, or how to get out of depression, or the reasons why Taco Bell is the key to happiness. Alright, I admit, I made the last one up, but you get the point. He makes videos surrounding psychology and how to help people with their problems.
And welcome back to another video where we are diving deep into depression. And today I'm talking about what's depression like.
Like I said, I really liked him, but the more and more videos I saw, I started to notice that his channel isn't really about mental health or being an advocate for it, and it's more about gossip and drama in the YouTuber community. I first noticed this when he made a video about Bobby Burns. Bobby Burns was a guy that was in one of Shane Dawson's series, but after the series was over, he had some problems going on with him trying to find his identity. He started doing a lot of weird stuff. It's a long story. Anyways, Chris ended up making a video called Stop Enabling Bobby Burns.
Most recently, he posted a picture of him like kind of bruised up, and he said that he got into a car accident. Now, it says, hey, and this is what I would say, hey, I'm glad you're alive, but you need to straighten up. One of the things that Bobby mentioned in his video was that he was sober, and I call bull on that. I call so much bull. Like, are you serious? And the fact that people are going to pretend like he was. Okay, so, and let's not forget his Instagram story showing us what happened before his accident.
In the video, he straight up implies that Bobby got in a car accident because he was on drugs and or alcohol, without any proof, because before the accident, he posted some pictures of himself at a party. So lesson of the day, if you're at a party, you have to be drunk or on drugs apparently. If you go to Lil Timmy's 10th birthday party, you better come out wasted or it's not a party. This and a few other videos is when my opinions of the Rewired Soul started to shift and my overall view of him became sour, because for me his videos went from actually discussing about mental health problems and solutions, and it became more about spreading gossip and tea. Chris has discovered that using popular YouTubers' names in his video titles gets him more views, so because of this he started to create almost fake drama using YouTubers' names, and he creates somewhat of a false narrative with these people. A lot of the times he makes the drama out of thin air, like there's no basis at all. Is Trisha Paytas bad for Jason's kids? Why everyone hates David Dobrik? Who hates David Dobrik? He's an angel. Marcia is having an existential crisis. Why Shane Dawson needs therapy? Just a few examples. He has over 500 videos just like these about every YouTuber you can think of. And these videos aren't like a one-off and done. He has 65 videos on Shane Dawson, 45 videos on Jake Paul, 16 videos on Tana Mojo, 15 videos on Trisha Paytas. It goes on and on. At some point, it becomes kind of obsessive. Just imagine, some random guy on the internet making 65 videos on how you need to get help in therapy or about how your relationships are failing. He'd even make a video on me. I'm kind of offended. Out of all these people, I need therapy the most. So you may be wondering, actually, You're probably not wondering at all, but I'm going to force this thought anyways. Being that him and his channel is based around mental health, diagnosing people on the internet, and recommending treatments, you would think that Chris has some sort of license or credentials in the mental health field that makes him qualified to talk about these things. But surprise, surprise, Chris's only credentials are that he's an ex-drug addict, he got clean, and he ended up working as a counselor for a few years. Also, he says he reads a lot of books, if that makes it better. So to put this whole thing into perspective, this guy who has no license, no schooling, no anything, is on the internet making videos diagnosing people he's never met and telling them they need to get help. The best comparison I could think of is if your doctor's secretary made a YouTube channel and started telling a bunch of YouTubers they have like skin cancer or some other disease. I mean, yeah, the secretary works in a doctor's office and they probably know more about being a doctor than the average Bob, but at the end of the day, you're still a secretary, not a doctor, and you can't diagnose people, especially people you've never met. And then when people start saying, hey, you're just a secretary, you can't diagnose anyone, the secretary will say, don't worry, I had cancer 5 years ago. I know that pimple on your lip is herpes. Trust me. I took 3 classes of psychology, so schooling wise, I'm more qualified to diagnose mental health than Chris is. And trust me, I'm nowhere near qualified in the slightest. But I do remember every part of the brain and their function. Thank you, Mrs. Brooks. So after making 30 videos on someone talking about their personal life and how they need to fix it, that person is most likely going to see one of those videos and respond to it. And that's actually what happened with Trisha Paytas and Bobby Burns.
There's one channel, and I know he's gonna love that I'm talking about him again. This is the last time I'm talking about him because I can't. It pisses me off so much. Like, he does so many videos about me and Jason and our relationship as if he's a relationship expert. It's like this is coming from a drug addict, once an addict, always an addict. That is it. Coming from a drug addict who has a child who's no longer with that person. I don't know the thing, but it's like, you have a child, you're not married to that mom, you have another girlfriend that's, do you know what I'm saying? And he acts like his is so perfect. And like, just looking at him, you know, he does judgments just by looking at our videos. And just by looking at his videos, not his physical appearance, just like looking at his videos and looking at him. And the way, it's like, he looks tired, he looks worn out. Like, he acts like he's such an expert. And it's honestly dangerous and it's honestly unhealthy to tell people to like, and he always says, I'm not trying to diagnose and I'm not saying this, but it's like, you're saying it. Like, just because you put a disclaimer, just because you say like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but okay, well, that doesn't give you free rein to be an asshole.
After seeing the Trisha video, a few drama channels picked it up, and I decided to leave a comment on one of them because the drama just sucks me in sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. My throat gets a little dry every once in a while, and I just need to sip some tea. Alright, is that a crime? My problem with the Rewired Soul is that he preaches mental wellness and people's well-being, yet he is making tons of videos almost attacking these people in the name of bringing awareness to mental health. Putting these people's relationships and behavior on blast and giving his untrained, non-taught opinion on how people in his audience should fix their problems is kind of questionable in my eyes. Harassing someone is the opposite of promoting mental well-being. And shockingly, well, I don't know if it's shockingly, but I'm so dumb. The Rewired Soul replies, Primink. Sorry. That bums me out coming from you, Primink. I've seen some of your videos, and it seems like many of them are trying to bring light to a situation in order to raise awareness and help others. So in your opinion, the better option would be for millions of people to passively watch unhealthy behaviors and believe they are normal. For people to watch toxic behaviors, relate to it, and not get help? I learned a lot more about you from this post, and that's too bad, man. While some people choose to consume content and pretend that life is alright, others want to learn from it and see if it's possible to improve their own lives. I learned a lot more about you from this post. That's too bad, man. What? Boy, no, come on. He says he reads a lot of books, right? He must have read a book on manipulation too, I'm telling you. So as most people know, I'm toxic. I don't pretend to like people I don't like, and I speak my mind, even if it gets me in trouble quite often. So I responded, in my opinion, some random untrained guys should not be telling people that they need therapy or that they are in toxic relationships and need to get out. In Trisha's video, you can see she is distressed. Rather she is right or wrong, your videos are causing this distress. If your goal is to help people mentally, then putting these people in these positions is not what you should be doing. If you want to be a drama/commentary channel that covers these topics in the community, that's fine, and I see nothing wrong with these videos. But when you so actively preach mental health, making 15 videos on someone does seem contradicting. Primink, so if you had a depressed friend, you wouldn't recommend they try therapy. That's pretty dangerous, man. Completely twisted my words, but that's fine. These people aren't your friends. They've made it clear they don't like you and don't want you to help them, but you continue to talk about them. The only thing you're doing is causing harm and stress to their lives, not helping it, contradicting everything you preach. I almost applaud Chris for what he's done. He's managed to create a drama channel that is basically immune to criticism, because if you criticize him or his channel, the defense from him and his fans will always be, oh, you don't support my channel? That means you don't support mental health. You're a bad person. It's almost genius. It's clever. But unfortunately, Chris, that defense doesn't work on me. I'm a very strong supporter of mental health. My subscribers and I just raised a good chunk of money for Mental Health America. In fact, while we, a channel not even about mental health, were raising money for mental health, you were making 3 ebooks, charging $8 a book, and creating an online course for $100. That's right, folks. For the low price of $100 up front, or $120 on our monthly payment plan, you can receive an hour-long course on the science of addictions. Who needs free YouTube videos from actual licensed doctors when you can pay $100 to learn from a guy who has no schooling whatsoever? Sounds like a bargain if you ask me. Also, while all of YouTube were making videos highlighting BetterHelp and their questionable practices, BetterHelp is a service that lets you talk to therapists online. It got in trouble because it came to light that they didn't have a good system of verifying their therapists. So you could have been talking to some random guy from Idaho instead of a therapist. Therapists live in Idaho. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, Chris actively promoted and still to this day promotes their services to all of his fans. Life lesson: if you ever even have an inclination that something you're promoting is a scam or bad for your fans, you drop that sponsor instantly. You don't make 3 videos defending them, and in the defense video, you don't tell everyone, hey, I've never even used the service before, but I know it's pretty good.
Like, oh, full disclosure, I don't use it. I don't. My girlfriend does. One of my other friends does. Okay, like, but I don't use it, but
At the end of the day, I have no problem with Chris being a drama channel. If speculating people's failing relationships like they're a part of some soap opera is what gets you off, then power to ya. Everyone's got their kinks, you know? But when you say your channel's goal is to raise awareness to mental health and help people get through their problems, but at the same time are putting people's mental health down for some views and drama, I see a huge problem. On top of charging $100 for an hour-long session on addictions, some self-help books, and continuous promotion of a site that has been known to do some questionable things, it really makes me question what the Rewired Soul's motives are. Is he truly a man trying to promote better mental health, or is he just a money-hungry guy trying to squeeze some dimes and nickels out of some drama in the name of mental health? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss. I'm curious. I'd like to leave this video on a positive note, so if you guys are looking for a channel that is truly supportive and, in my eyes, a good example of a mental health channel, go check out Katie Morton. She is a certified therapist. That's right, certified, and only talks about other YouTubers' problems when they're in the same room with her, given her consent to do so. She's not some random guy trying to tell people he never met that they have problems. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, clickety-clack that subscribe button. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. I love you. Bye.